Hi everyone, today I will solve the questions in the past paper IGCSE Mathematics 0580 in May-June 2023, and this is question paper 22. Question 1. Find the temperature that is 8 degrees Celsius colder than -5 degrees Celsius, which means we start from -5. And if we want 8 degrees colder than this, which means we need to subtract 8 more. So the answer for this is -13 degrees Celsius. Question 2. There are two prime numbers in this list. Work out the sum of these two prime numbers. First, you know that the prime numbers only has two factors. They are 1 and itself. So if a number has more than two factors except for 1 and itself, then that is not a prime number. For example, 27 is divisible by 3 and 9. 57 is divisible by 3. 75 is divisible by 3, 5, 25, and so. 93 is also divisible by 3 or 31. So in this case, only 47 and 61 have two factors, 1 and itself. So we need to work out the sum of these two prime numbers. 47 plus 61 equals 108. So this is the final answer. Question 3. On 10 days, Stephen records the number of minutes he has to wait for a train. A. Complete the stem and leaf diagram to show this information. First, we see that there are three stems in this case. 0, 1, 2. And we see that the key 0, 1 means only 1 minute. So it means the number 1 is the units digit and the number 0 is the tens digit. So we look at the list of numbers here. And let's check those numbers with the tens digit is 0. They are 1, 3, 5, 4, 5, and 8. So we need to arrange these numbers in order from smallest to greatest. The smallest is 1, and then 3. Then we have 4, 5, 5, and 8. Next, let's look at the numbers with the stem digit of 1. They are 12 and 11. So we need to write 11 first and then 12. Finally, look at those numbers with a stem digit of 2. They are 23 and 24. So we write 23 first and 24 second. So we finished question A. B. Find the median. In this case, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 numbers. We have 10 numbers, which means n equals 10. So, to find the position of the median, we use the formula n plus 1 over 2 equals 10 plus 1 over 2. This is 11 divided by 2, which is 5.5. So the median is the average of the 5th and the 6th number. In this case, we'll count the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So the 5th number is 5. And the 6th number is 8. So we find the average of 5 and 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. So the final answer is 6.5 minutes. Question 4. The distance from town A to town B on the map is 3.5 centimeters. This is the distance on the map. And now the scale of the map is 1 to 250,000. So we need to find the actual distance in kilometers from town A to town B. So first, we want to find the actual distance, then we need to multiply 3.5. This is the distance on the map, and we multiply it by 250,000. And this one is in centimeters. Then we need to convert from centimeter to kilometer. You know that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. And then 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So if you want to convert from centimeter to kilometers, we need to divide it by 100,000. So after multiply this, I also need to divide it by 100,000. And the final answer is 8.75 kilometers. Question 5. A spinner is spun. The possible outcomes are A, B, C, or D. The probability of spinning A, C, or D is shown in the table. Complete the table. To find the probability of spinning B, you know that the probability of all of these letters is 1. So to find the probability of B, we subtract the other three numbers from 1. 0.05, 0.35, and 0.2. So the answer is 0.4, which means the missing number is 0.4. Question 6. The universal set is any numbers from 1 to 20. Any whole numbers from 1 to 20. So, which means this set has all the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. E is the set of even numbers. So E includes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Finally, M is a set of multiple of 5. So M consists of 5, 10, 15, and 20. Question A. Find the number of elements in the set M. We see that the set M has only 4 members. They are 5, 10, 15, and 20. B. Find the elements in the set E intersection M. You know E is the set of even numbers, and M is a set of multiples of 5. So the common elements of them are 10 and 20. So we say 10 and 20 are the elements of the set E intersection M. C. If Y is not an element of even numbers, this means Y is an odd number. Y is an odd number. So we write down a possible value of Y. Then we can choose any odd numbers in the universal set like 1, 3, 5, 7 or so. So I will choose 1 as my smallest answer. Question 7. Without using a calculator, work out 4 7s divided by 1, 5 over 21. First, I will convert this mixed number into a fraction. 1 multiplied by 21 is 21. 21 plus 5 is 26, so it's 26 over 21. And to divide 4 7 by a fraction, we multiply 4 7s by the reciprocal of 26 over 21, which means multiply by 21 over 26. Now, we cancel 7 and 21 because they are both divisible by 7. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Next, we also cancel 26 and 4 because they are both divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 26 divided by 2 is 13. So this one becomes 2 times 3 over 1 times 13. So the answer is 6 over 13. This means we write our answer as a fraction in simplest form because we cannot simplify 6 over 13 anymore. Question 8. A. Solve the equation. 30 over x equals 6. So I can cross multiply 6 and x. So I have 30 equals 6 times x. Then, to find the value of x, we divide both sides by 6. So this one is 5. B. Solve this inequality. First, I will keep the left-hand side and I will expand the brackets on the right-hand side. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 9 is 18. Now I will subtract 4x from both sides. 11x minus 4x is 7x. And I will keep the others. Next, I will add 3 to both sides. So 18 plus 3 is 21. Finally, I'll divide 7 from both sides. So 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So x is greater than or equal to 3. This is the final answer. Question 9. F is the point 1, negative 4. Fg is the vector of 8, negative 3, and the vector GH is negative 12, 35. So we find 3 times the vector Fg, which means 3 times of 8, negative 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. B. The vector Fg is 8, negative 3, plus vector GH, which is negative 12, 35. 8 plus negative 12 is negative 4. Negative 3 plus 35 is 32. C. Find the coordinates of the point G. To do this, we look at the vector Fg. The vector Fg it means xg minus xf, yg minus yf, and we want to find xg. xf is, f is the point 1, negative 4. So xf is 1 and yf is negative 4. And according to the question, the vector Fg is 8, negative 3. So xg minus 1 is 8. Then xg is equal to 8 plus 1 equals 9. And yg is negative 3 plus negative 4 equals negative 7. So the answer is 9, negative 7. D. Find the magnitude of the vector GH. To find the magnitude of GH, we find the square root of negative 12 squared plus 35 squared. Then the answer is 37. Question 10. A. Describe fully the single transformation that maps shape A onto shape B. We see that this is definitely a reflection over the line, this horizontal line. It is y equals 2. So we say that it is a reflection over the line, y equals 2. B. Rotate shape A 90 degrees clockwise about the point negative 1, 2. First, we need to find the point negative 1, 2. It is here. And now we'll rotate the shape A 90 degrees clockwise. So let's start from this vertex. And now we rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. So the image of that vertex is here. So I'll remove this line. We have the first vertex of the image. Next, we'll look at this vertex. And we also rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. So the image of it is here. And I also remove the blue lines. Then, look at this black vertex. And we also rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. So the image of that is here. And I also remove this black lines. And finally, let's say I'll use a purple color for the last vertex, this one. And I also remove the purple lines. I will join these points together to form the image of the shape A after the rotation in question B. This one is question B. C. Enlarge shape A by scale factor -2, center 2, 0. The point 2, 0 is here. Remember, this is the center of question B. This is the center of question C. And now we need to enlarge the shape A. So first we'll check the distance from the center to this vertex. It is 1 unit. So if you want the scale factor to be -2, then remember the formula. K is equal to -2, and it is equal to the distance from the center to the image over the distance from the center to the original shape. So this means the image is twice the origin. First, the image is twice the origin. And second, it is in the opposite direction of the center. Opposite direction. We have two things for this scale factor. So we need to move to the other side and we double the distance. So the image of the red point is here. Next, I will remove the red lines. Then, for the blue vertex, we also see that this is 1 unit. So I will move to the other direction and I double the distance. So the image is here, 0, 2. And I also remove this blue lines. Then, for the black vertex, we see that this is 3 units. So we move in the opposite direction and we double the distance. So the image of the black vertex is here. And I also need to remove these black lines. Finally, for the purple vertex, we also need to move to the opposite directions. Once and twice. So the image of the purple vertex is here. Now let's remove these purple lines. Okay, now we just need to join these points together to form the image of A after an enlargement. This is the answer for question C. Question 11. The diagram shows a shape ABCD formed by the sectors of two circles with the same center O. Both sector angles are 140 degrees. 140 degrees. OC is 3.2 centimeters and CB is 2.6 centimeters. The area of the shape is K pi. Find the value of K. So first, we see that the radius of the smaller circle is 3.2. And we also need to find the radius of the bigger circle, which means we need to find the length of OB. OB is equal to 2.6 plus 3.2 equals 5.8 centimeters. So the area of the shaded region is equal to the area of the sector OAB subject the area of the sector OCD. So first, the area of the sector OAB is theta. You know the formula for the area of the sector is theta over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. This is the general form. So this is theta is 140 over 360 multiplied by pi. The radius of the big circle is 5.8 centimeters. This is what we just found. Subtract the area of the sector OCD with the same angle 140 over 360 multiplied by pi. In this case, the radius is 3.2 squared. And the answer for this is 9.1 pi. And according to the question, the area of the shape is K pi. So this means K is equal to 9.1. Question 12. One solution of the equation ax squared plus b equals 181 is x equals 8. So if I substitute x equals 8 into this, so I have a multiplied by x squared means 8 squared, plus b equals 181. 8 squared is 64, so this is 64a plus b equals 181. And you see that a and b are both positive integers greater than 1. So if I choose a as number 2, because a must be greater than 1. So if a equals 2, then 64a means 64 times 2, then plus b equals 181. And from this, we see that b is equal to 181 minus 64 times 2 equals 53. So b is a positive integer greater than 1. But if a equals 3, then we see that 64 times a is 64 times 3, plus b equals 81. This leads to b equals 181 minus 64 times 3 equals negative 11. So b is not a positive integer anymore. So you see that we only accept the value that a equals 2. So when a equals 2, B is 53. B. Write down the other solution of the equation ax squared plus b equals 181. You know that your a is 2, so we have 2x squared, and your b is 53 equals 181. I will subtract 53 from both sides. So 181 minus 53 equals 128. So now I'll divide both sides by 2. 128 divided by 2 is 64. So x can be 8 or x can be negative 8. Because these two numbers squared give you the answer of 64. So we have one solution of 8 already. Then the other solution is x equals negative 8. Question 13. A, B, C, and D are points on the circle. AB is parallel to DC. And angle ACD is 32 degrees. This one. Chords AC and DB intersects at E. This one. Find the value of x. So first, we know that AB is parallel to DC. So the angle C should be equal to the angle A because they are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. And the angle C is also equal to the angle B because they subtended the same chord AD. This means the angle A is 32 degrees and the angle B is also 32 degrees. And we use this to find the value of x because in the triangle EAB, the angle E plus angle A plus angle B is 180 degrees. The sum of the three angles in the triangle is 180. And we see that the angle A is 32 degrees. Angle B is also 32 degrees. So the angle E is equal to 180 subtract the sum of 32 and 32. So the answer for this is 116 degrees. Question 14. F of x is 5x plus 2. This means y equals 5x plus 2. Now we need to find the inverse function. To find the inverse function, we change x to y and we change y to x. So x equals 5y plus 2. Now we need to make y the subject. First, I will subtract 2 from both sides. X minus 2 equals 5y. Then I divide both sides by 5. So that's how we make y the subject. So the inverse function is x minus 2 over 5. Question 15. C is the point 5, negative 1, and D is the point 13, 15. Find the midpoint of CD. You know the midpoint of CD is xc plus xd over 2. And the y is yc plus yd over 2. This is the formula to find the midpoint of CD. In this case, xc is 5, xd is 13. yc is negative 1 and yd is 15. 5 plus 13 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Negative 1 plus 15 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So the midpoint of CD is 9, 7. B. Find the gradient of CD. To find the gradient of CD, the formula is YD minus YC over XD minus XC. Difference in Y divided by difference in X. YD is 15 minus YC, which is negative 1. XD, 13 minus XC, 5. 15 minus negative 1 means 15 plus 1 equals 16. 13 minus 5 is 8. So the gradient is 2. C. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of CD. You know a perpendicular bisector of CD needs two things. First, it is perpendicular to CD. Perpendicular to CD. And next, it must passes through the midpoint of CD. Pass through midpoint of CD. So, look at the first one. If this perpendicular bisector is perpendicular to the line CD, then the gradient of this perpendicular bisector multiplied by the gradient of CD must be negative 1. And from question B, we see that the gradient of CD is 2. So, the gradient of the perpendicular bisector is negative 1 over 2, or we can say negative 0.5. Next, this perpendicular bisector must pass through the midpoint of CD. And from question A, we see that the midpoint of CD is 9, 7. So, this line must pass through the point 9, 7. We substitute the gradient and the midpoint into this formula, y equals mx plus c. In this case, y is 7. Y is 7. X is 9. And the gradient is negative 1/2 plus c. And from this, we want to find the value of c. Then it is 7 subtract negative 1/2 times 9. Negative 1/2 times 9 is negative 4.5. So 7 minus negative 4.5 means 7 plus 4.5 equals 11.5. Or you can say it is 23 over 2. So the answer is y equals negative 1/2 of x plus 23 over 2. Question 16. Write 0.621 recurring as a fraction in its simplest form. You must show on your working. First, we let x be 0.621 recurring. Then, to remove the decimal part, we can multiply this by 1,000. 1,000x equals 621.21 recurring. And we also find 10x. It's gonna be 6.21 recurring. Now we see that they have the same decimal part, so we can subtract 10x from 1000x. It is 990x. And on the right-hand side, 621 minus 6 is 615. The decimal part is cancelled. So to find the value of x, we divide 615 by 990. And we also need to simplify it. So the answer is 41 over 66. Remember to simplify your answer. So the answer is 41 over 66. Question 17. The diagram shows a triangle with an acute angle marked x. The area of the triangle is 2,143 square centimeters. Work out the value of x. So in a triangle, we can find the area of the triangle by using the formula 1/2 multiplied by the two sides, which are 71 and 92.5. Then we multiply by the sin of the angle between them, which means sin x. And the area in this case is 2,143 square centimeters. So to find sin x, we need to divide 2,100. We divide both sides by the whole thing. 1/2, 71, 92.5. And then x will be the inverse of sin of everything here. 2,143 divided by 1/2, 71, 92.5. And the answer for this is 40.7 degrees. Question 18. Make x the subject of the formula. First, when we see something like this, we should cross-multiply them. C multiplied by 2x minus 5. Remember to put 2x minus 5 in brackets before you multiply. Equals 3x. Next, we'll expand the brackets. C times 2x is 2cx. Then c times negative 5 is minus 5c. Equals 3x. And we want to make x the subject, so I will subtract 3x from both sides. 2cx minus 3x minus 5c equals 0. Then 2cx minus 3x, I will add 5c to both sides. Now I factorize this. X is a common factor. We have 2c minus 3 in brackets equals 5c. Then x is equal to 5c divided by 2c minus 3 because I divide both sides by 2c minus 3. So the final answer is 5x equals 5c over 2c minus 3. Question 19. M is inversely proportional to the square of t plus 2, which means M is equal to k over t plus 2 squared. When M is 0.64, then t is 3. So I'll substitute t equals 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So this is k over 25. And to find the value of k, we multiply both sides by 25. So k is equal to 16. After that, we'll write down the formula again. M is equal to 16 over t plus 2 squared. So when t equals 8, I will substitute t equals 8 into this. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 squared is 100. So 16 divided by 100 is 0.16. Question 20. In the Venn diagram, shade the region A intersection not B intersection C. You know that A intersection C is this one. Then if we want not B, then we just remove the part in B. So now I'll remove the section in B. So the answer is like this. Question 21. Solve the equation 5 sin x equals negative 3. For x from 0 to 360 degrees. First, I will divide both sides by 5. So negative 3 divided by 5 is negative 0.6. From this, we see that x is the inverse of sin negative 0.6. So x can be, when you use your calculator, you will see that x is equal to negative 36.9. This is the first answer. And the second answer is x equals 180 minus negative 36.9. So if you see a negative value, we need to convert it to a positive value in the range from 0 to 360 by adding 360 to it. So x is equal to 323.1 degrees, or x is equal to 180 plus 36.9, which is 216.9. So we have two answers for this, 323.1 or 216.9. Question 22. Write as a single fraction in its simplest form. We see that the two denominators are different, so we'll cross multiply 5 times 2x minus 1 plus 4 times 3x plus 2. Then we divide by the product of the two denominators. And we keep the denominator, we just need to simplify the numerator. I'll write it here. The numerator is equal to 5 times 2x is 10x, 5 times 1 is 5, 4 times 3x is 12x, and 4 times 2 is 8. This is the number 5. 10x plus 12x is 22x. Negative 5 plus 8 is positive 3. So the numerator is 22x plus 3. And the denominator is still 3x plus 2 multiplied by 2x minus 1. Question 23. Bag A and bag B contain some red and yellow sweets. Anna picks a sweet at random from bag A. Ben picks a sweet at random from bag B. The probability that Anna picks a red sweet is 2/5. The probability that Anna and Ben both pick a yellow sweet is 1/10. So find the probability that Anna and Ben both pick a red sweet. So for this question, we need to draw a tree diagram. The first one is for Anna. The probability that Anna picks a red sweet is 2/5. So I would say this is a red sweet, and the probability of this is 2/5. This means if Anna wanna pick a yellow sweet, then the probability is 1 minus 2/5 equals 3/5. This is for Anna. Then the probability for Ben. You know that after Anna picks a sweet, then Ben can also pick another sweet. And Ben may also pick a red or a yellow sweet. And when Anna picks a yellow sweet, Ben can also pick a red or a yellow sweet. So we have 4 cases in total. And I don't know the probability that Ben pick a red or a yellow is how many. I don't know this probability. But We know one thing. The probability that Anna and Ben both pick a yellow sweet is 1/10, which means Anna pick a yellow and Ben also pick a yellow. The probability of this is 1/10. This one is 1/10. So 3/5 multiplied by the probability of yellow for Ben is equal to 1/10. So this probability is 1/10 divided by 3/5, which means 1/10 times 5/3 equals 1/6. So this probability is 1/6. From this, we can find the probability that Ben pick a red sweet. 1 minus 1/6 is 5/6. So the probability that Ben pick a red sweet is 5/6. And the same for this. 5/6 and 1/6. Now the question is, find the probability that Anna and Ben both pick a red sweet. Both pick a red sweet, which means I want this red and this red. So we have 2/5 multiplied by 5/6 equals 1/3. So 1/3 is the final answer for this question. This is the end of the test.